morning. This is another what I eat in a day on Weight Watchers plan. I am doing the blue plan. I get 23 points a day and I am actually having a substantial breakfast for Amy style because I really do not have a substantial breakfast often, but I wanted to. So let me show you. Alright, so this is what I'm making, super easy. I'm gonna have one of these waffles. One is 3, 2 is 5, which I really don't think is bad, but I'm just having one because I'm not super hungry. But I am also going to have these Genio turkey breakfast sausage links, and 2 of these are just 1 point. And then I'm not even going to have a point's worth of this sugar-free syrup. So I'm going to put this all together and show you. Ta-da! Here is my breakfast. So it is 4 points and looks great, fast and easy. Hey, so I am sitting here waiting for my iron to heat up because I'm working for, if you don't know, if you're new, I have my own handmade business where I sew a lot of travel bags and stuff like that. So that is what I am working today, and part of sewing is actually a lot more ironing than you would probably think, so that's what I'm doing. But I thought I would update you on some things while I'm waiting for the iron to heat up. First thing, breakfast, so good. So good. I like Eggo waffles. You just pop them in the toaster, done. Delicious. So good. And it feels like a treat. The day I'm filming this is the eve of Christmas Eve. I love that. Anything I can make into a big day, I want to, but I'm still working, which is totally fine because I'm so thankful that I have things to work on. Anyway, so I wanted to tell you a little story of Amy learns another lesson yet the hard way. So just maybe this past weekend or this past week or whatever, I was talking to Eric, my husband, and I was telling him, like, you know what, Eric, weight loss really isn't that hard if you just go in with the right mindset. And then I was talking about, I was like, I don't really know how to, like, just, we were basically going on and describing the, like, what exactly is the right mindset, because it's really hard to describe and we don't have our finger on it. But I was all being cocky and being like, you know what, listen, wait, not that hard if you get your mind right. Guys, pride comes before the fall, because I was wrong, and I got a big old fall flat on my face reminder that weight loss is hard and I should never be overconfident, because if you guys don't know, we weigh in, both of us weigh in on Sunday mornings, and I lost like 0.4 or 0.5 or whatever, which it totally is a loss, but man, I took it hard. And I think the reason why I took it hard yesterday was because Eric and I, we recently went up to go visit Eric's family in Washington, and spoiler alert for our weight loss update whenever the next month we do it, I lost 5 pounds. And during that time, first of all, I didn't run for 2 weeks, didn't run at all. And in case you haven't been, in case you're new, I've been running 3 times a week for like months now. And so didn't run or really didn't exercise. Like, we spent one day walking around the mall and shopping and stuff like that. Most of the time, like, we were sitting. And I did, and I went into my weeklies, like, I did my best to track, but like, obviously some of the things were like, we were eating homemade food and things like that, and so like I didn't measure like every single amount of every single ingredient. Like, usually I'm very exact when I'm home. Totally didn't, and I really didn't stress out. It was awesome. Like, it was awesome, and I came back and we ended up, I think we were gone for a week, but we ended up missing like a weigh-in, and so when we weighed in, I lost 5 pounds, and I was like, what? Oh, and I dipped a little bit into my weeklies. I didn't have a cheat meal at all. Like, I still made good choices and things like that, but just eating a little bit more loosely but still tracking, I ended up dipping into my weeklies a couple of days by just like probably less than 5, whatever. But I was like, oh my gosh, totally out of my platform or plateau. Look at this, blah blah blah. I was feeling all good and all confident about myself. And then this last week I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose so much, like I'm going to lose so much weight because I'm starting to run again. I'm totally like, I'm making food like at home so I could like measure everything exactly and precise and be all my normal, I wish I could think of a word other than precise, but like particular self. And so I was like, on Sunday, I was like, oh, I'm totally going, I was like, in my head, I was like, I'm totally going to lose 2 pounds, no problem. And so when I didn't have that big loss, like once again, I lost something, which is good. But my little overconfident, big head person did not want to see that. And so it was, oh, my husband's here. Oh. Hello, I'm talking to the camera.
Hello.
He's looking good. And, oh, thank you. And he's bringing in, he cuts for me, so he brought in some stuff so I could get to work. Anyway, so...
Get to work.
How dare you?
Just kidding.
Anyways, so that was so yesterday it was, I had a bad mental state day yesterday, and of course, and I know part of it is because I was so cocky and so arrogant, and I needed to fall on my face because I was like, my attitude not right. My attitude was not right, and I needed an attitude adjustment. And you know what? I'm glad it didn't. My bad attitude or my overconfident attitude for sure did not last long, and I am okay with that because I would rather learn my lesson the hard way sooner rather than later so I could get on with it. But anyway, so I had a hard, even though I had a loss, I had a hard time with, because I was like, why did I lose more weight when I was being lazy and when I was kind of like being more relaxed about my food and things like that. And Eric and I have a bunch of theories, and one of them that we're going off of is I'm wondering if my body like freaks out a little bit for exercise, and then it's like, ah, she's trying to kill herself in exercise. I'm gonna hold on to all the fat and food because we need it, you know, because my body likes, like, it enjoys sitting down, reading books, sitting, and so my body likes sitting, or at least I do. But anyways, so I'm almost wondering if I need to give myself a little bit more food or a little bit more calories or just a little bit more so my body doesn't freak out and hold on to the fat or hold on to whatever, because it's like, she's trying to kill us. You know, my body is very dramatic. Everything is very dramatic. Yeah, so it's just curious, and it's just a lesson I'm learning to be like, I don't think it's possible, well, this is, in my opinion, with my knowledge right now, I don't think it's possible for someone to know, to like get weight loss 100%, because there are so many factors. Like, I do not think it is as simple as just burn more calories than you consume, because I think it's a little bit more complicated than that. Anyway, that's just what I think. So today is I think my first goal for this week is I am at the very least going to make sure I use all of my dailies this week. Because sometimes I won't eat all my dailies. I never like go really low. You guys see what I eat, and I I basically just repeat it. So I'm going to make sure that I'm eating all of my points, daily points, and then on days that I run, today is the eve of Christmas Eve, it's the Monday, so we were supposed to run, but we're like, no, we're going to push it back to after, the day after Christmas. But anyway, and if on running days, if I go into my weeklies, I am going to just be okay with that, because I am almost wondering if my body just might need it. I don't know. It's an experiment. There are so many things. Also, like, it was that time, so there could be like hormonal reasons on why I didn't lose as much. Like, there's just so many different factors. So anyway, please don't be like me, okay? Don't get overconfident just because you had some good weeks, because things might just change. Please be better than me, okay? Learn from my mistakes. All right, my iron is definitely heated up, so I have to go work. But I thought I'd just let you know that I learned the hard way way too often. But at least I'm learning. All right, I'm going to have a really simple but hopefully delicious lunch. So here I just have 2 pieces of the 45-calorie Sara Lee bread with some peanut butter, so classic, no jelly, just peanut butter in there. This is actually technically the chocolate PB2 because I accidentally made the chocolate one. This is the rest of it because I'm going to kind of like dip my banana into here. Then I have a packet of this Pirate's Booty. Yeah, so I'm really excited about this lunch. So it's 2 points for the 2 pieces of bread, 2 points for the peanut butter powder, and 2 points for the Pirate's Booty, and then the banana is free, so 6 points for my lunch. Lunch was super good, but it is now like 3:30, so I'm gonna have a handful of these. I think you could have 12 of them for 3 points, so that is what I'm going to have because these are so tasty. Hey, I put on makeup because Eric and I are going out for a little bit later tonight. Well, we haven't really spent a lot of time at Disneyland like after dark during the holidays, which it is the literal best. It's amazing. And so we are going to just go after dinner. Actually, we're going to wait even longer. We're going to go after the fireworks because we're like, we want to try to go when it's not so crowded and like just walk and enjoy. Anyways, so that's why I put makeup on and stuff, because I wanted to make it like wanted to feel like it was a date. But we are, or I'm starting to make dinner. So I have a sweet potato in the oven that's been in the oven for quite a while, and I just prepped and then added some asparagus. So let me show you what I did. Okay, so for my asparagus, I just obviously like prepped it by trimming off the edges, and I sprayed the bottom of the roasting pan with olive oil. Then I just sprinkled some lemon juice as well as salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder along it, and it is just roasting, just something quick and easy to get a little bit of vegetables in. And then what I'm going to be having with it for something different is I am going to make some ham. I really do not eat ham very often. Even before I was on the diet, I didn't eat it, but this just seemed like an appropriate portion. It says like 2 ham, whatever, 2 ham steaks. I'm going to eat this all because it is 3 points for this whole thing, and I think I'm just going to cook it up in a pan just to warm it up, and then I am going to make a little sauce to go on it. Yeah, I think I'll just cook it up in the pan. I don't know if that's how you do it, but that's what I'm going to do.
Hello, I'm not Amy. This is a sauce that you put on ham. It's really good. My family's been doing this forever, so.
He's the expert.
You take brown sugar and you go boop into a cup or whatever you want to use. I always use a cup for some reason.
1 tablespoon brown sugar is 2 points, which I was surprised.
And then you put mustard in there. Hopefully I didn't put too much mustard in there and it's not too gross for Amy, but when you stir it up like this, and oh, it probably needs more mustard.
Well, it's okay because I don't think mustard's any points. But.
And then, do you want to taste it? Or do you think it needs more? It's always hard to tell. Let me taste it a little.
What taste are you looking for?
That's a lot of mustard taste. It needs more brown sugar.
Well, we can't. I'll just have to have very mustardy tasting sauce.
Usually I will put more brown sugar than mustard, but and you kind of have to eyeball it and just taste it until it tastes okay.
I love the preciseness. Thank you for making it for me.
No problem.
Please tell everybody how I did it wrong.
Okay, so I asked Amy, because I thought she was going to put it in the oven with this stuff, and she's like, oh, I'm cooking it in a pan. So really, you're supposed to glaze your ham with that on the top, and kind of like let it run over the ham, and then you cook it, and then there's a nice crispy sort of like sweet flavor on your ham. It's like, I mean, it's essentially like honey mustard without honey, right? It's mustard and brown sugar, so.
No. I was feeling kind of lazy though, to be honest. I'm just warming this up in the pan because somebody is very hungry. I'm not going to say who in this family is very hungry. It is not me. But somebody was getting impatient to have dinner.
I'm on a schedule here.
And it is not the scheduled dinner time yet.
Almost. Close enough.
He has a very difficult life, just in case you're wondering, everybody. Oh yeah, you should show them.
It's enchiladas with red chili sauce and reserve cheddar cheese from Kerry Gold, and it's the best cheese I've ever eaten in my entire life, and I'll definitely buy it again next time we make these.
Just leftovers, but leftovers are amazing.
Yes, so good.
Alright, here is my dinner. So the asparagus is 0. The ham with the sauce is 5. And I double layered it, and I put, ooh, look at that steam. And I put sauce on both layers. And this, it smells really good. And the baked potato, so when I looked up baked sweet potato, it said 4. But I am counting it as 5 because this is kind of a large. I don't need to put anything in it. I think a baked, this is a golden sweet potato. I think this has so much flavor. I don't think it needs anything, so I don't put anything on it. And yeah, this is my dinner. So it's 5, I'm counting this as 5, 10 points. I'm excited. This actually was pretty easy to make and put together, but it smells fancier than it is. Dinner was incredible, and it was so simple. You know what I really liked is there, like, nothing had a lot of ingredients. Like the baked potato, I legit did not put anything on it. Okay, I just went and told you, I don't need to tell you again, but basically, like, everything was simple, but everything tasted really good. So for the sauce, I would totally recommend actually starting with a smaller amount because that sauce went far. The flavor was really good. I actually liked it with the amount of the sugar to mustard ratio. It was just, I didn't even need all the sauce because it was so much. But yeah, it was really actually, like, it just was easy to make and yet tasty and really good. And today was a great day of eating, and I think my total brought me to 23 out of 23 points, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so Eric and I are just sitting around getting excited because we're going after the fireworks for Disneyland. We live really close, like probably 15-20 minutes away from Disneyland, so we're just gonna pop on over there. So we just gotta wait for after the fireworks because a lot of the crowds leave after the fireworks for us to just walk around and have a little date. Alright, so thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe and the thumbs up button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, thanks for watching.